What is up, YouTube? ThriftSchool over here in my garage, and I picked up so many more things from that store that was going out of business that I want to show you guys. Now, I already went through one full box and sent off about 80 something items to Amazon, but I figured, you know what, I gotta film these other two bins here, show you guys a bunch of the other stuff I got. So many good things for such a great price. Let's go. All right, guys, so you can see right here, this pile of CDs, these are the ones that weren't worth it. So this bin was filled. You could see this bin absolutely filled to the brim, right? So I'm going through and I'm scanning each one of these. I'm sitting on that little stool over there, just scanning whatever I can. And so this bin was completely full. I pulled out about 80 something CDs that were worth it, and those ones I already shipped off to Amazon. Now, none of these were worth it. These were all in this bin as well as these. These are CDs without barcodes. So older CDs, when you find them, they either will not have a barcode on the back, or they will have this sort of weird barcode. Let's see if I could find one while we're at it. There we go. They will have this sort of weird barcode that's not really a barcode, and you can't scan it into Amazon. So these ones I have to look up, and there's a reason why I put them off to the side. It takes a lot of time to, type in each one of these, especially since I had to go through, so many CDs to only pull out maybe half. Now, I paid so little for these boxes that some of these CDs that I'm sending into Amazon are only going to make me $1. But full bin, this bin right here, you can see how much is in it. I paid $15 per bin. So 15, 30, 45. It's not just CDs. We have some electronics, some DVDs, and some other miscellaneous stuff. These CDs weren't worth it. These ones I would either make under $1, or the ranks were too high, or the discs were too scratched, things like that. So these items I'm actually going to scan into Declutter, which is an app that will pay you, a very small amount. There's also a website where you can scan it all in. They'll pay you a very small amount of money, maybe 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents per disc, and take them off your hands. They pay for the shipping. So that's what I'm gonna do with all of the rejects to make some money. I'm hoping with all these rejects I could get about $5, maybe $10 or so, which will almost pay for that bin. Everything else is profit. So now some of you might be saying, hey, $1 a disc, that's not worth it. You're wasting your time doing this. Well, I got to scan through all of them to find the winners. And while I'm already scanning them, I ship everything off to Amazon FBA. So when I ship my stuff off to Amazon FBA, I take it all, I put it all into one box, ship it all to Amazon. They deal with the customers, they deal with the individual shipping, and they deal with all the headache, right? I just ship stuff into them. Now that does take me a little bit of time, but for, if I find 100, 200 discs in here that are worth $1, it's $100, $200, right? Now, not everything I'm sending in is only $1. I got a bunch of things that, probably the average price is around $3 to $5, which is still, kind of low, but when you have volume, it's not so bad. But it's not only things like that. We do have some good winners in here. I will scan a couple and show you guys some of the winners that I've pulled out of this second box that I'm working on. All right, so here's the little pile that I'm pulling from this bin right here. And this is one of the CDs. You can see it has a rank of 309,000 in music, which honestly isn't that great. This could take months to sell. But you can see the used price is at $53 with no Amazon Prime sellers. So I could maybe price it at $60, $70, but I probably won't because the rank is so high. This is something I'd probably like to price a little bit lower than the lowest price. Maybe $29.99, $39.99, something like that. So there are winners in here. Now let's take a look at the disc right below hand. I will just scan it in with my Amazon seller app. And this one has a better rank. You can see 133,000. This should sell much faster. And I'd only make 35 cents, but there are no FBA sellers. If we compare it to the new price of $10.75, which is Amazon's price, you would make $4.93. So I would price mine at around $9.99, $8.99, something like that, and I'd make between $3 and $4 on it. So it's not bad, it's money, and I will take it when I have so many. Let's scan one more, and then I'm gonna start scanning through the new ones, because I have a lot to go through, guys. All right, here is the other one I just scanned. You can see much higher rank, 455,000. Now that could be because of the price and because there's no FBA sellers. So $53.99, but it still has a rank in which it will sell. So I'm assuming this can go for, you know, $20, $30, and with Amazon Prime, should have a good sale. We'll actually scan one more to see if we have something with a better rank down here, and hopefully this one was worth it and not just a dollar guy. Let's see. This one has under a 300,000 rank, which is what I like to see. Again, no Amazon Prime sellers, no new offers, and you'd make $16 profit. So this is something I would probably price around the same price, you know, wait a month or so for it to sell. And honestly, guys, I've been getting some comments on my videos when I talk about CDs and DVDs and things like that, that they just don't sell. It's not worth your time. It's dead media. I've gotten a lot of comments like that. I might even be posting some down below. And I totally get it. I'm not trying to bash these people, but this stuff does still sell. And I try to explain that DVDs, they still sell. CDs, they still sell. VHS tapes, that's a little tougher, but the Disney ones and certain horror films and sci-fi films, they do still sell. You could definitely make money off of this. And I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna flash some sales up here. You guys can see that these are just within the past day or two. These are just a few CDs that I've been selling on Amazon, and they've been in the warehouse maybe a year, maybe a month, maybe a week. I ship these in all the time, so once you build up a big enough backlog, it doesn't matter if one of these CDs will take 8 months to sell. You might think, oh, you know, 8 months for $5, what's the point? Well, when you've, you know, shipped in a bunch of those every single month, they start to pile up, and then, yeah, one from 8 months ago sells, but also one from last week sells. They stack, you make all this money, it's great. Highly recommend getting into media, guys. Same thing with books. You know, all these media sources are very cheap to get into. They could sell for good money. Now, I know a lot of my audience cannot sell CDs on eBay, so let me show you guys some other things. All right. Right here in this box, we do have some DVDs. This box set I'm going to sell over on eBay because I can't sell DVDs on Amazon. $10 is what they originally wanted, but since it was fill a box for $15, I paid whatever, you know, everything here divided by however many there are here. So paid like a quarter for this, maybe, probably less, actually way less than a quarter for this, maybe 2 cents, 3 cents. So pretty sweet there. We got a whole bunch of hats right here for eBay. Here's a Harley Davidson police hat, and it's actually made by Harley. Pretty cool. We have, I like hats, honestly. They take up very little space. They ship for very cheap. Here's just a rum bar from Jamaica hat. We have a Coney Island Brewing hat, and then a whole bunch of Jaeger hats. Now you can see down in here, we got Playboy. I can't show you the covers to those because I'll get demonetized, but got a whole bunch of Playboys down there. Don't know if they're worth anything. Didn't even look them up. I just grabbed them and threw them in here. And if they're worth something, we will know. Got to sell those on eBay as well. Right here, we do have some electronics, miscellaneous electronics. Here is a Brother P-Touch. Now it's missing the charger, but it does take batteries also, I believe. Oh, maybe not. If it doesn't take batteries, then I'm going to have to see if this is worth selling without the charger. Yeah, it won't even turn on. So we got to figure that out. I just threw electronics in this bin just to see. Now, I do have the charger for this. It's in the box. This is a Canon P1DHV palm printer. And not sure what this is worth either. I didn't look a lot of this stuff up just because it was fill a box. There were a lot of people in there. I just started throwing everything into these boxes. Now, you guys can see all of this stuff that I've sitting here in these brown boxes. It's a lot of junk. These are all those books and remotes that I showed you guys in the last video. These ones were not worth it. So these ones just, you know, either the sales rank was too high, not going to make enough money. So I was thinking about lotting them up and selling them as lots of like ghost books and paranormal books on eBay. Let me know if you guys are anybody in this video, if you're interested in this kind of stuff. I'll make you a really good deal just to move it. Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna donate them. But if you're into this kind of stuff, I'm willing to sell lots of it. There are so many different kinds of ghost books in here and paranormal stuff. It's pretty interesting, but I just, you know, I don't need this stuff sitting around. So we got to deal with that. Now, I did pick up a few other things while I was at that place. This Rusco Automotive Data Book from 1930. This is pretty cool. I actually looked it up on eBay and I think it does have some value. Maybe we'll get 20 bucks for this. And I don't know, I just thought it was really neat, really old school, so I did like that. Now, let me show you guys some of the stuff I ended up taking from this first lot, and I'm going to be listing. You can see all these remotes right here, not worth it, but let me show you the ones that are worth it. All right, so here we are in my office. I got a bunch of stuff on the ground because I'm going through everything, but these were the remotes that were worth it if I wanted to sell individually. They're all gonna make me, you know, between $5 and $15, $20, something like that. Now, a bunch of them are going to have to go to, you know, if I find any combo players or anything like that. Here's a Sherwood for a, I don't know, I guess a speaker system? Not 100% sure. But these ones were all worth it, so I definitely think buying all those remotes were worth it. And I did have somebody asking if they could buy the whole lot of them. I didn't know if you wanted to buy them to resell or not sure, but these ones I'm going to be reselling. The other ones, you know, just didn't have any value. I don't know why he wanted the remotes, but if you still want that box, I'd be willing to ship it to you for extremely cheap, since maybe you need them for certain products, certain, I don't know. I really don't know. So let me know down below, but I want to show you guys the biggest score. All right, guys, here we are in the living room now, and you can see all of these VCRs, combo players that I have been testing on my kitchen counter right here. And we got the TV set up, we got my whole testing station, because this was just the easiest place for me to do it. So, oh, and also, look at that, we got new curtains. It does look very nice. But, so this pile right here, all of this is completely working. I've been post-it noting them, making sure that everything that I know works, make sure I know it works. And the ones that don't work, this pile right here is pretty sad. This one works, but it has issues. It's only worth 30 bucks, so I figure not really worth my time to see if I could fix it. This guy right here, look at that. Originally it was $12 at Goodwill. Doesn't matter because it doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work. But that stack does work. So, pretty sweet there. Now we still have some more I gotta test. Some came with remotes. Some, there's an extra remote. And you could see we got a whole bunch. I think that's a Magnavox, a Pioneer, a Sony, and a Samsung right here. And then we have another Panasonic right here. Does it work? Works 100%. So, pretty sweet. We also got some electronics in the deal. So, got some broken iPods. I couldn't get these guys to turn on, but one of them, this guy did. This one turned on, but I think it's dead again, so I think it has a messed up battery. So that was included, along with, this actually wasn't included. I bought that, but I was just testing it. This thing, guys, this was a score, and I'm super stoked about this right here. This is a Sirius Sportster. I actually still have it plugged in down there. A Sirius Sportster boombox. Now, the boombox itself is maybe worth $40, $50. I do have it listed on eBay right now, I think for $80 with best offer, but I'd probably take $50 or $60 on it. It's very heavy, so it would be expensive to ship. Came with the antenna, but this isn't the valuable part. In the middle here, coming to my little inventory area, was this little Sirius Sportster R. Now, this thing by itself is only worth, $30, $40, but this has a lifetime subscription to Sirius XM radio on it. So, all the stations work good, everything is great. This is going for between $180 and $250, guys. This thing is awesome. I think I have it listed for $250 right now. And the lowest price on eBay is $179.99. And then the next price is, I believe, $270. So I priced mine at $250, waiting for the guy at $180 to sell, and then I will be the next cheapest. So pretty sweet there. That was just an amazing score. Most of the time, whenever I find these, they don't have the lifetime subscription, they don't work, the dials are broken. I did actually buy or pick up another one of these, and it was a Delphi. Let me actually show you guys. Right here, it is a Delphi XM Sky-Fi 2. Now, this one I actually bought at a thrift store, and didn't test it in there. I just threw it in the car. I think it was half off. I paid $5 for it. And this thing is not worth really anything at all. The dial doesn't really work on it, and I was like, well, at least I got the boombox itself I could sell. The volume dial doesn't work, so both things don't work, so this is a wash. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. Probably just bring it to the electronics recycling at the dump and get rid of that. Now, the antenna might be worth a little bit, maybe 10 bucks maybe. So I don't know if I feel like I'm doing all the tangle of wires to even take it out, because it is all tangled up in there. But still, it is something. Then I thought maybe I could sell the power brick for some money with the antenna. And this isn't even the official power brick. This is not even a Delphi power brick, so I can't even do that. And we have a pup. Hey, what's up? Oh, she has an itch. Okay. Oh, little puppy, little puppy. So here we are in the back seat of my car, and you guys can see these were all the ones worth it. I actually need to take this stuff out of here. These are all CDs that are worth it. These are all books that are worth it. I showed you guys the Dracula one in the last video. And these things have to get shipped off to Amazon today, hopefully. And we gotta get some money, really. So, you know, not a lot. You guys can see this one box. This was the only box worth it of books. And we have 2 boxes here that weren't worth it at all. And we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes over here that weren't worth it at all. So books, you know, you gotta scan a lot to make a little, but like I said, I only paid 10 bucks total for all the books. So I'm gonna make that off of at least one of the books that's good. So I don't really mind having all this excess, but like I said, I wanna get rid of it. I was gonna bring it up to Goodwill, but if somebody is interested in this ghost stuff, I've had multiple people say, hey, you should list lots on eBay because this is very obscure stuff. A lot of it is from the UK and from Canada, and maybe that's why it's not worth much over on Amazon, because people aren't looking for it in America because they don't know the book. That's very possible just because of how much of it is from Canada. I think the guy whose storage unit this came out of was from Canada. So that could be a reason, because a lot of these things have ranks in the 1 to 3 millions. Now, I know people sell books in the 1 to 3 millions. I will if I'm gonna make a decent amount of money, but if I'm only gonna make $5 or so, I'm not gonna have it sit in the warehouse. So, you know, we just have extra stuff here. Ooh, I just got a delivery. Let's open it up, see what we got in here. Oh yeah, bubble mailers, baby. I used my eBay coupon to get some bubble mailers. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I just ran out a couple days ago, so I had an eBay coupon. I bought so many bubble mailers, and the good thing is, now I have more of them. The bad thing is the coupon didn't even cover the whole freaking purchase because eBay's shipping materials are so expensive. And yeah, I mean, I got 2 different sizes this time. I got some a little bit smaller for DVDs and CDs, and then these ones are for just other miscellaneous stuff that I end up shipping, because I've been putting CDs and DVDs in these big ones and I have to fold them over 2 or 3 times. I guess it helps with protection, but I think it'd just be quicker if I had smaller ones as well. It's always good to have extra sizes, so I like that. All right, you guys want to see something nice? In my backyard right now, we have a washing machine and a dryer, along with a bunch of rug that I ripped out and finally brought outside, along with these just old shelves that were downstairs in the basement. And I have somebody coming to pick these up today, some guy that does scrap metal. I'm curious because I know a few people on YouTube that also resell, like Dumpster Marcus and Scrap Vulture. They do a lot of, I think Taco Stacks as well does a lot of scrapping. How much do these even go for scrap? I wouldn't personally do it. This was a pain to get out of the basement. This thing weighed like over 200 pounds. This was a lot easier. I was able to get this out pretty easy. But I wonder if it's really worth it, because the guy drives a huge truck. He comes around and the gas must be an insane amount. I looked online. I saw maybe you could get $7 to $10 for these if you don't break them down. Now this guy might break them down and get a little bit more for it, but is it worth it to scrap these things? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't do it. All I have is a Subaru, and I'm not going to rent a truck or buy a trailer just to go scrapping. That's not what I want to do in life, but I'm curious. Let me know down below, because I have no idea. This stuff just needs to go in the trash. All these rugs, they are kind of frozen out here because it's pretty cold today. So it's a shame, because the place that I was buying all of this inventory from is completely out of business now. They closed up shop. They weren't going out of business, but the owner told me he was moving everything that had a lot of value over to eBay. He didn't like dealing with a storefront anymore, and he's just selling everything online now, like a lot of people do. So I'm happy I was able to get what is useful for me out of there. And, you know, maybe I could help some of you guys out if you actually want to buy personal stuff like those books, please help me. I want to get rid of them. And if you don't, they're going right up to Goodwill and get a tax write-off for 2019 season. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I still have a lot of work to get through with all of these CDs. It is honestly insane how many there are. It's gonna take me hours, but I like the work. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions at all, subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School signing out. See ya.